Hello, welcome to another Brain Dojo video. I'm Richard Vince, and today I'm going to be looking at front kicks and knee strikes from a kickboxing point of view. Now, there are many differences between karate and kickboxing, but one of the most significant is, of course, that kickboxing is a sport, is pretty much only a sport, whereas karate is it covers all sorts of things from self-defense through kata and mat sports and competition and all sorts of other things. So it has a wider scope. So in the kickboxing videos, I won't be covering any self-defense aspects or kata aspects, because obviously there isn't any kata in kickboxing. So everything that we talk about will be from a sport or competition point of view, assuming that really if you're into kickboxing, that's pretty much the deal. You know, it's all sport based. Whether you actually want to compete or not is entirely up to you. But all the rules and the techniques are all based around the premise that you're preparing for a kickboxing event. All right, so enough talk. Let's get on with it. Now, I have warmed up. I've spent a good 15 minutes warming up, and it is important that you do so as well. There are several warm-up videos available on this channel, so if you haven't done one, I advise you to pause the video or go to a different video, do a warm-up and come back, because it is really important that you warm up. You know, muscle tweaks, muscle strains, joint pain, not something you want at all. Alright, so I'll rely on you to do that. You will need to have some flexibility in your legs with front kicks and knee strikes. So you can't say, I won't bother, because that's putting your hamstrings and glutes and your adductors in danger when they don't need to be. Alright, good. So let's assume you are warmed up, or you have done a warm up. Alright, let's make a fighting stance, hands up. Alright, so get those hands in a good position. Nice and high, so remember, if you touch your fingertips together over the bridge of your nose, that'll give you a good indication of the height of your hands. You don't need to keep them there like this, they can move away from your head a little bit, but that's a good indication of the height of your hands. Yep. Right, from here, we're going to look at front kick. So a nice, simple, straightforward technique. We're going to use our back leg. It's going to come through like this. We're going to pick our knee up first, and then we're going to extend our leg and strike with the ball of our foot. So I'll explain a little bit more as we go, but hands up to start with. Just bring that leg through, knee up, and extend forward. We're going through like this. We're going to pick our knee up first, and then we're going to extend our leg and strike with the ball of our foot. So I'll explain a little bit more as we go, but hands up to start with. Just bring that leg through, knee up, and extend forward. Knee up, and extend forward. This way. Right, that's nice. Now as I kick, I push my foot forward. I want to strike with the ball of the foot. So I just allow my toes to drop back. And I know that lots of instructors really get to force those toes back, really point the foot forward and force your toes back. But I've found personally that if I just relax my toes and allow them to come back easily, that's a much more effective way for me to work with this kick. So here, hands up, pushing this way. And really, you either want to be landing forward this way in a stance, or landing behind. I don't know, so my first kick that I did from here, I kicked and landed like this, which is appalling, so I apologise. Right, so I should either land back in my stance this way, or I should land forward in a stance this way. Right, so hopefully you can see from the side that I'm extending my foot forward and let my toes just ease back this way. Yeah, keep my hands up nice and high. Really important you don't do this as you kick. Just expose yourself. You keep your head covered, keep yourself safe. This way, you land in front or behind. So here. Good. Alright, so we'll turn back to the camera. Now let's look at a step up version. So we're going to bring our back foot up, tuck it under us. So we got our weight down here, with knees are still bent. Lift the front leg and push out this way. Yeah, so step up here. Good. Now, the height that you throw these kicks is completely up to you. You can throw them leg height. If you're doing K1 rules or K1 light, midsection in the stomach, chest, or you can go to your head. Whichever is good, whichever you prefer, really. I guess a lot will depend on your flexibility. If I turn sideways and show you some of this, a lot of how high you kick depends on your flexibility. I like to have as much flexibility as I can because that gives me the most options. You know, if I'm flexible, I can kick high, medium, or low. Whereas if I'm not flexible, I can probably only kick low. Maybe I can squeeze out a medium one. Right, so I prefer to be more flexible and kick a little bit higher. Alright, so with this, step up here, lift, push out the same as before, and again just letting those toes drop back, striking with the ball of the foot, this way. Very simple, very straightforward, but very effective. Really pay attention to whether you keep your hands up when you kick. Make every effort you can to not do this. It's very down, just dropping your arms. Alright, so that's front kick with your back leg and step up front kick. Now let's look at knee strikes. Similar, but a little bit different. Alright, so now let's make our stance again, get our hands up. And we're going to come through this way with the knee. And obviously we strike with the pointy part of your leg when it's bent. Keep your hands up again. This way, driving in and back. Again, we can do this to the leg. If we're doing K1 rules, midsection, and even to the head. This way. Probably easier to do it to the head if you grab the neck and pull down. And so we did this. But all three options on the technique. Important that you do practice keeping your hands up, and perhaps practice with a grab as well, because that's good. Yeah, but it's a nice simple technique. I'll show you from the side. You're driving this through. Good. This way. Lovely technique, knee strike. Simple, straightforward. No messing around. Good, right, let's show you the step up version. So from here, stepping up with the back leg, getting the foot under me, so it's got my weight, bend my knees, or keep this knee bent. I'm not straight leg like this, keep it bent, and then lift and push with my front leg. So from here, pick the back leg up, get it under me, lift, and drive up with that knee. Lift, drive with the knee. Step up, drive with the knee. Step up, and drive. And again, hand position, so important. And keep those hands up. None of this. You may do a slightly more powerful technique, but if you're unconscious because you got punched, or you're dazed because you got punched, then your slightly more powerful knee may not benefit you. Good, let me turn sideways so you can see a bit better. So here, step up, knee, and back. Step up, knee, and back. Step, knee, and back. Remember, keep those hands up. Keep those hands up. Good, okay, so that's front kick, step front kick, knee strike and step up knee strike. We do have a version on our channel that covers all of the techniques, in the version of this video on our channel that covers all of those techniques in a bit more depth. You can sign up to our channel and get 28 days free, so you can watch everything free for a whole month. and see what you think. And if you like it, and we hope you will, then you'll remain a subscriber. And if you don't, then no problem, you can cancel your membership, no payments will be taken, and you can still keep looking at the free stuff, of which there's lots. Alright, so I hope to see you on the other video, but if not, I understand, and enjoy this and train hard. Till next time.